Mobile applications is a type of software designed to run on the mobile devices. A mobile app needs to have a concise and functional user interface to make the app useful and efficient. Furthermore, the app also needs to work on both Android and iOS systems to ensure the compatibility. This is a technical proposal for the innovative mobile app design for the ACS, Australia Computer Society, which is a video recording of a 9 to 11 minutes PowerPoint presentation. The main map below contains data requirements, targeting audience, economics factors. It will use Microsoft Outlook Calendar, Siri, and YouTube as references and inspirations. The app will use C# as programming language. The integrated development environment is on Microsoft Visual Studio. The app requires assistance of wearable devices and augmented reality devices to achieve a more comprehensive state of human-computer interaction. This app is a type of AI personal virtual assistant aiming to explore a new type of mobile app for the incoming 5th generation network era. There is no systematic market for the proposed app, but it is foreseeable that the market will develop rapidly since the development of big data and the 5G network. 5G can eliminate the bound of access, bandwidth, performance, and latency limitations on connectivity worldwide. It is a revolutionary technology that will gradually remove the boundary and limitations between the internet world and the real world. The incoming 5G era will definitely cause a wave of development of new applications, industries, and business models, which will significantly improve people's life quality. Therefore, with the development of electronic technology, the mobile app market will soon require a new type of innovative application that can extensively use the power of 5G network. In accordance to this, a new mode of application was conceived, which is AioL-ES, Artificial Intelligence of Life Editable System. Generally, AioL-ES is a form of artificial intelligence personal assistant, which its characteristic can be edited according to user preference. This section is about prediction of what components are required in completing the final digital solution. It will be used to reflect the success of the project as a conclusion. Pre-described criteria are about characteristic and fundamental requirements of the project for the accomplishment of the mobile app. Self-determined criteria mainly focus on how to improve the project to make it more efficient and accurate. Lastly, constraints summarize the social, personal, and economic restraint of the task. This is the details of pre-described criteria. This is the detail of self-determined and constraints criteria. There are two real-world problems that AioL-ES attempt to solve. Initially, cell phone addiction. With the development of mobile devices, people tend to spend more and more time on their phone or internet. The main reason is because there are too many attractive information on the internet. In order to find a certain useful information, viewers need to spend lots of time filtering a mass of useless information. During the process, people's attention are most likely to be attracted by something else. This can create a vicious circle that significantly influences people's study and work efficiency. According to research in 2019, averagely people spend 3 hours and 15 minutes each day on phone. Users check their phone 58 times a day, with 30 times happen during working hours. Within these 58 times, 70% of sessions are less than 2 minutes. The data clearly indicates that the majority of phone usage is useless, and people are just wasting time on it. AioL-ES is first targeting to those people who are being addicted to phone. However, AioL-ES does not attempt to restrain users as a supervisor. It is not realistic, and this way is inefficiency. Psychologically, people keep checking their phone for no purpose. It's usually because people are more often get bored in modern society. Because the internet allows people to access information much easier, people need something to enrich their time. Therefore, they decide to check their phone. But mostly people cannot enrich their life by just checking their phone for no reason, because they spend most time on filtering uninterested information. If they do not get satisfied information, they will keep staying on their phone. That is the reason why people spend more and more time on it. Hence, instead of letting people doing nothing, AioL-ES can act as a personal filter that connects the network with people. It can recommend short videos, music, articles, games to people sourced from the entire internet through deep neural network. The difference from other recommending systems are that AioL-ES can detect users' emotional alternations through wearable devices and phone camera. AI will analyze users' facial micro-expressions so as to analyze users' current mood. Therefore, the neural network system is able to acquire more variables, thus it can finalize an auto-fit recommendation for this user. Besides, AioL-ES will automatically control the phone usage time. For example, if people are especially need rest or they had a long rest time, AioL-ES will recommend relatively long videos or articles. If this person decides to look at phone during their work time, the system will only recommend a few short and tranquil video and music, which will make people focus on their work quickly after a short rest. Moreover, during the process of a user browsing the recommendations, AioL-ES will track on users' change of facial expressions. If their expression shows that they are in a good mood while watching this, such as smile, heart rate increase, eyes wide open, the system will keep recommending this type of thing to user. If they are expressionless or lost concentration, the system will not recommending this type afterwards. By doing this, AioL-ES will acquire more information about users' preference. Thus, it can make a better, more efficient and more personal recommendation. Users can acquire the information they most need within the shortest time, therefore they would not need to spend more time on their phone. This is an indirect but efficient way to avoid phone addiction. Additionally, as modern technology achieves instantaneous communication, meanwhile people's pace of life is continually accelerating. As an AI personal assistant, AioL-ES is aiming to eliminate unnecessary troubles in processing people's life. It can become a virtual bridge that connects internet and real world, and eventually help people to achieve a both enjoyable and efficiency life. In specific, AioL-ES can arrange a personal calendar for user automatically. User can also edit the calendar by just talk to AioL-ES. AioL-ES could need to access information from users' email and wearable devices. AI can schedule events as described in the email, make sure people do not miss important events. By doing so, users can use their time more wisely and efficient. Thus, the target audience of this function are the people who has a busy life or who is not good at managing their time. More importantly, by accessing the data from wearable devices, AioL-ES will analyze users' health condition, adding exercise time, or planning recipe in their calendar according to users' health and preference. If the user's health is at risk, it will arrange the user to see a doctor. Besides, except healthcare, AioL-ES can be users' emergency communicator when they are in danger. It will contact ambulance at first time when user is in a coma. Therefore, this function of AioL-ES is targeting everyone. AioL-ES will become a security of user's life. There are three existing applications that inspire the design of AioL-ES, which are Microsoft Outlook Calendar, Siri, and YouTube. Microsoft Outlook Calendar is a scheduling component that integrates with email, contacts, and other features. This calendar is able to help users create their daily plan, scheduling appointments, events, and it also allows users to share their calendar with groups. The user interface are concise and learnable. People can easily schedule on the app, like writing on a notebook. All of these features make it a powerful application. As an AI personal assistant, AioL-ES initially attempted to help people in their life scheduling. Microsoft Outlook Calendar is a valuable reference of how to make calendar more useful, efficient, and functional. Therefore, by the inspiration of the Microsoft Outlook Calendar, AioL-ES scheduling function need to contain 1. Concise and learnable user interface. 2. Able to share calendar in groups. 3. User can easily schedule their calendar. 4. Link users' calendar with their email. And the improvements based on Microsoft Outlook calendar is 1. Automatically arrange to-do list. 2. Allows user to edit calendar by talk to AioL-ES. 3. Automatically analyze the event on the calendar and remind user what to bring. Siri is a virtual system that is a part of Apple devices. The system uses voice query that can answer users' questions, make recommendations, and perform action on the phone. Siri has a learnable and concise user interface, which is easy to use and have a powerful functionality. Siri is an inspiration of AioL-ES. It indicates that virtual system will be a significant component of any electronic devices in the future. With the development of 5G, the internet has become more closely linked to everywhere in our lives. Thus, virtual system can do more things for users than ever. Initially, users are able to see the virtual system through augmented reality devices. Instead of just a vocal assistant like Siri, users can choose a character they like or design a character to be their assistant. By doing this, virtual assistant can have a better interaction with user. Additionally, virtual assistant can make users' life easier as there's more and more smart furniture being developed. For example, virtual assistant can adjust room light, temperature, work and security system. It can also automatically tidy and clean rooms, cook for people, and drive autonomous vehicle. Apart from this, virtual assistant can do healthcare or emergency communication for user. It will access the data from the wearable devices and suggest people with a personal exercise plan and diet plan to achieve a healthier life. According to the inspiration from Siri, AioL-ES need to acquire a function of 1. Vocal query, 2. Learnable user interface, 3. Easy to use, 4. Learn the user's preference, 5. Adjust the user's calendar, 6. Multiple language choices. And the improvements based on Siri is 1. User can design their assistant characteristic and figure. 2. Display in an image, not only voice. 3. Link with more smart furniture or electronic devices, even vehicle. 4. More intelligent and more humanized. One of the main functions of AioL-ES is to enrich people's spare time and make people's time worthwhile. To achieve this purpose, AioL-ES need to have a powerful recommending system. There are many applications that have a system to give recommendation to users according to their preference. One of the most famous one is YouTube's recommending system. The recommending system that YouTube uses is called Deep Neural Network. Deep Neural Network is a system that continually condenses information from data corpus by adding different variables. The system ends up filtering out only a few information from thousands of extra information. The decisive factors are the variables that put into the system. With adding more comprehensive and explicit variables, the system can come out with smarter choice. As described previously, 5G can remove the boundary and limitation between the internet world and the real world. AioL-ES recommending system attempt to improve more variables to deep neural system by using 5G technology. For example, AioL-ES can analyze users' facial micro-expression to determine what does user really like. AI can also use big data to let a system acquire a better understanding about users' personality, preference, value, and interest. Therefore, AioL-ES can recommend more valuable information to user. More importantly, this recommendation process is not just an innovative type of entertainment. This process can be a pathway that allows the user to learn more knowledge and increase their cognition level. With analyzing users' personality, AioL-ES will know what subject user prefer, such as physics, chemistry, art, history, etc. Apart from that, big data can also fathom out users' value and habit. Thus, AioL-ES will know that by which means can knowledge be adapted more efficiently by user. For example, if one user does not like to read historical documents, but this person likes to play games, hence AioL-ES will recommend users to learn historical knowledge in games, and AioL-ES will explain about historical knowledge in the process of playing the game. According to the inspiration from YouTube, AioL-ES need to acquire function of 1. Use deep neural network as recommending system. 2. Multiple languages. 3. Abandoned video corpus. Improvement based on YouTube is 1. Acquire more information from user. 2. More humanized. 3. Not just entertainment. Make users' time worthwhile and learn from recommendations. 4. Time usage control. 5. Not only provides video, also provide article, music, games, radio, etc. The design of the user interface need to follow 4 basic principles: contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. Contrast is about creating visual interest by pairing dissimilar elements together to emphasize a particular part of the user interface and makes user concentrate on it. This mainly include color, shapes, size, and texture. The UI of AioL-ES will use the color of violet, peppermint, and tan as a theme color in order to create contrast. Alignment is about how items appear organized and order the content. The user interface should use structured column, table, cell, or tab to create a sense of harmony to make UI more usable and learnable. Repetition is about the same or similar elements which can link them together to form groups and create unity. Proximity is mainly about the distribution of space between elements. By properly use blank space, it will create balance, retain the organization of the design, and make UI more concise. The user interface can divide into 2 sections: UI for initialization setting and UI for functionalities. User interface for initialization setting is where user initialize the app, create user's account, and personalize their assistant, which also include various general settings such as language, password, security assurance, and preference. User interface for functionalities basically is where this app fulfills the duty as a virtual system. It contains 5 major functionality UI, which are work and study mode, health mode, meditation mode, media mode, and home mode. These 5 major modes will be explained later. Firstly, UI for initialization setting. This is the starting page of the app. It states the theme color, logo, app version, network connection, and phone condition. In the middle of the UI, Start is emphasized to make user know what to do next. This is a UI for creating new account. After the Start button is pressed, user will move into a new UI to log in or create new account. This UI page allows the user to input their username, number, and any other settings such as language choice and gender. This user interface attempts to use repetition and proximity to create balance. This UI is a further security assurance for user. Apparently, this app requires explicit personal information, thus it is extremely important to promote the security of users' information. This UI allows users to set up password and PIN. Additionally, it provides some advanced settings such as fingerprint, face recognition, and voice print. Besides, system will calculate the security level of this account, which shows how safe this account is, depending on the complexity of setting. Lastly, user need to sign a consent form, which is a formal agreement that tells user their information will not be disclosed. Since user finish their account setting, they can move on to the personalization of their virtual system. They can set up a system's name, appearance, character, personality, value, hobbies, or any other personal setting. In the same time, UI will tell user their process of setting to avoid them getting bored. If users do not know how to set up or do not know what they want, they can use existing model. They can also change the setting later. I now move on to the main functional user interface. This is the main user interface of the app, which means since user finish all setting process, each time they open the app, this UI will be displayed. This UI includes a to-do list, which is arranged by AI to remind users what should they do today to make users' life more efficiency. Besides, it includes a brief analysis of users' health status. The data is detected by users' wearable devices. Then, the figure of virtual system will be displayed on this UI through animation. User can talk to him or her just like talk to a real person. If user has an augmented reality device, they can let the system display through AR devices. There are 5 functional buttons contained on the UI, which each one represents a functional mode. Size of the button are sorted according to the importance and priority of the current functionality. For example, if user need to focus on work, the size of work mode button will enlarge and any other function button will reduce size. This is work and study mode, which attempt to help people to concentrate and increase efficiency while user is working or learning. AI will promote a plan for user and make it best fit to user's timetable. Besides, there are some tools for working and learning, such as revision document, practice and test, and recommended tutoring videos according to the content that user is currently doing. In the corner, there is a timer to keep user set a high value on their time. It is predictable that people might face numerous problems during the process of working and studying. Therefore, there is button in the mode which can allow user to ask their system for help, such as some academic questions. The design of the UI aims to make user focus. Thus, I use the contrasting color of white and gray and keep the UI as concise as possible. The health mode will tell user their health status and give advice according to user's condition. It will include the collected data of how much water they ingested, how is their sleep quality, the amount of exercise they did, and whether they have eye strain due to their usage of electronic equipments. Then, it will analyze users' data, then give them a recommendation. Furthermore, the emergency call button is provided for user to call ambulance or relatives. If user is experiencing coma or unable to make a call, the assistant will call for them. This is meditation mode, which aims to reduce user stress, control anxiety, and promote emotional health. Usually, when user works for a long time, the system will recommend user to switch to meditation mode. This mode contains some meditation sound and music such as sound from nature. Besides, it provides sound and music in different environments and circumstances. Then, the AI will present user with their current stressfulness level to remind user that they need to take a rest when their stress level is too high. The system will automatically play meditation music according to user's stressfulness level. Media mode is about recommending videos, articles, music, movies, or games according to user's preference. As the picture shows, the app would not show users the title or view of each recommendation. Thus, it will strongly depend on the capacity and accuracy of the recommending system. By doing so, initially it will keep users' curiosity. Additionally, user will not be affected by some video which have bad quality but attractive titles, so this way can create a better and cleaner internet environment and push media practitioners to make creative and quality videos. Then, this way can also avoid phone addiction because the main reason of the people cannot stop watching videos because they will be attracted by another video's title when they just close the current one. Thus, if only one single recommendation displays each time, they are unlikely to be attracted too fast and spend too much time on their media mode. There are 2 buttons for user to control the recommendation. First one is recommend by your taste, which means the system will keep recommending the thing user prefer. The second button is explore new world, which means the system will recommend user with some new thing they haven't experienced before. Home mode is designed to help users in their daily life, especially when they are at home. It can connect to several sensors and monitor within the room and displays the data of the humidity, temperature, and then give user comfort level and security level of their home. Additionally, this mode can access various smart furniture such as lamp, TV, computer, curtain, kitchen, and doors, and allows user to control them through their phone. This mode has an emergency alarm, which people can use when someone is trying to trespass to user's home. The section below is algorithms of the main functions. This section will use IPO chat and pseudocode to explain the algorithms. This is the algorithm for creating new account and store personal information. The inputs are username, user account, and user details, such as email and phone. The outputs are new account registered, and account details are stored in the database. The process is displayed by the pseudocode. This is the algorithm for login when user already have an account. The inputs are username and user password. The outputs are login successfully or login error. The process are displayed by pseudocode. This is the algorithm for personalized AioL-ES. The input is user's preference, and the output is a personalized virtual assistant. And the process are displayed by pseudocode. This is the algorithm for AI calendar and to-do list. The inputs are user's daily event and skills that users require to learn. The outputs are an AI-promoted calendar, which makes users' timetable more efficient. The process are displayed by pseudocode. This is the algorithm for display health status. The inputs are data collected by users' wearable devices, such as heart rate and steps. And the outputs are some comments for user to help them achieve healthier life. And the process is displayed by pseudocode. This algorithm is for stressfulness level detection and play corresponding meditation music or sound. The inputs are facial expressions, data collected by users' wearable devices. The outputs are a meditation sound or music that user most need currently. And the process is displayed by the pseudocode. This is the algorithm for recommending systems. The inputs are facial expressions, hobbies, interest, and preference. User's rest time and when does user need to go back to work. And output is best fit recommendations such as videos, articles, games, etc. The process is displayed by pseudocode. This is the algorithm for accessing the smart furniture. The inputs are users order by touch the button on their phone and data from the detector in the room. The outputs are smart furniture follow user's order and achieve the most comfortable environment. The process is displayed by pseudocode. This part includes evaluation and recommendation of the entire project, analyze and coming up with a reliable and comprehensive evaluation which shows how successful the entire project and technical proposal is. The section then identify opportunity for improvements in the future. For the pre-described criteria, The design of the functionality is able to make users' life more efficient and easier. Then the phone addiction can also be avoided. The project ensures the safety of users' personal information whilst has a concise, learnable user interface. However, due to the functionality of the app is complicated and requires complex algorithms to achieve reliable artificial intelligence, the current pseudocode might be too general and ambiguous. Furthermore, currently the biggest problem is that this project does not have a constant and sustainable income to maintain and improve the app. For the self-determined criteria, this app is designed for operate on both Android and iOS systems. Thus, the capacity is ensured. Besides, the aesthetic design follows the principle of contrast, alignment, proximity, and reputation. Thus, overall, the self-determined criteria are completely achieved. For the constraint criteria, due to the difficulty of the algorithm and the complexity of the functions, this project might require a long development time. Additionally, because there are currently no applications for 5G ES, hence the development expenditure is uncontrollable. However, as above solution demonstrate, realizing the innovative app is possible. Although it might be very hard to start, but with the reliable support and invention, this project can eventually succeed. Recommendations. Initially, due to its a free app, thus the project does not have a sustainable income and does not have a monetization strategy currently. Therefore, when the final digital solution comes out, the provider needs to create some monetization strategies to earn money. There are some methods which commonly used, such as advertising and subscription, which offers free content for a limited amount of time and then charge user for a subscription fee to access full content. Besides, because this app contains numerous complex functionalities, thus the project should be developed by an entire technical team instead of a single person. Each person needs to respond for one specific criteria, so that the app can be more detailed and more functional.